So I found an article on Gamespot.com about how Season 2 of The Last of Us timeline will be different from the game. Let's talk about it. Alright, so I will leave this article linked in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. But it goes on to say HBO's The Last of Us returns for its highly anticipated second season this April. Now, we don't know when in April. They haven't given us a date yet, but we know it's going to be a Sunday. And I think it probably will be the first or second Sunday because part 2 of the remastered version, the port for the PC, comes out on April the 3rd. So maybe it'll be around that time. I hope we don't have long to wait anyway. But hopefully it'll be in the first half of the month because I'm really ready for this. Anyway, the article says second season this April, and we've learned a key piece of information about it. Showrunner Craig Mazin said in an interview that season 2 will not follow the timeline of the game exactly. It will depart from the game's timeline, but Mazin didn't say how, only that changes from the game were made with care and designed to tell the best story for TV. A quote from him, "We certainly are going to mess around with the timeline. We're certainly going to mess around with the time the way it was in the source material. We messed around in ways that we felt were appropriate for the show," Mazin told Entertainment Weekly. When I say messed around, I mean scientifically determined in a narrative way what we thought would be most impactful. The Last of Us Part 2, the game, told the story through a non-linear setup, as well as players bounced between playing Ellie and Abby. The other showrunner, Neil Druckmann, said revealing the story structure for The Last of Us Season 2 would be a spoiler. But he did confirm the team tried different things before setting up what the show will be on screen. "I don't know," this is a quote from Neil, I don't even know if it's worth mentioning where we landed because I think that's part of the fun for people familiar with the game to see how we approach that challenge in the show," he said. "I will just say, we give it a lot of thought and try different things. There are some deviations of where we place things." The interview was packed with updates on The Last of Us Season 2. The showrunners also confirmed that Abby did not bulk up to match Abby from the game. We talked about that in the video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I will leave that video linked in the end of the video. They will introduce a character that was only mentioned in the games. That's a video that I'm going to do. They also revealed that Season 2 will add a brand new character not in the games, and I think it's probably the therapist, played by Catherine O'Hara. Okay, there will be some spoilers in the next part that I'm going to talk about, so if you don't know the game and you don't want to know, don't watch anymore from here on. So I think it's interesting that they're talking about changing the timeline. Like, it's possible that we could see what happens to Joel in the first episode. I mean, it's possible. And then we could, if you know the game, you get flashbacks of Joel, but you could even get more flashback material. For instance, like, what if the whole season is a flashback just leading up to that point? Like, we see, say we see Ellie and Dina in Seattle to start the season, and then the whole first season is a flashback, getting us to that point to where maybe Abby breaks into the theater where they're holed up as their base. That would be really interesting just to see how they do it differently. I can't wait. I'm super excited for this season. Guys, if you are too, make sure you hit sub to the channel because I'm going to be covering this extensively up until the release and then on into the release, doing videos on the individual episodes. I can't wait for more of this. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.